Howdy. I hope you are cozy wherever you are. It's definitely cold here in Philly. It actually was snowing a little bit this morning, and it snowed last night. So I'm like hoping we get more snow this year than we did last year. But this video, I really wanted to talk about winter inspiration for like style and activities and just like other things I'm looking forward to this winter. And so let's grab a tea or whatever you'd like to be cozy, and let's get into it. I hope it's not too loud, but I have one of those like crackling candles burning like really close to where my camera is set up because I thought it would be like a little atmospheric moment, but hopefully it doesn't just sound like static drowning me out. So you might be thinking, Megan, it's late December. Basically the end of December, why are you just now making a winter video? But today is actually the first day of winter at the time of recording this. It's December 21st, and I feel like we have a tendency, because of like the holidays and just other things, we have a tendency of like, by the time August rolls around, we're already pretending it's fall. By the time November rolls around, we're already pretending it's winter, and I'm not here to like shame anybody of that or say we shouldn't do that, because if anybody likes to drink pumpkin spice in August, it's me. But it does make, especially if you live in like a colder climate, it does make the heart of the winter, which is really like January, February, and kind of into March. It does make that part of the winter seem really, really like long and taxing after like the new year. So I kind of wanted to reset now that we're into like real winter, not just pretend winter, not just media winter. Now that we're getting into real winter, just to kind of reset, because even though I do like winter, I'm not immune to, you know, shorter days and things like that, that kind of like affect you. So I just wanted to like reset myself for the season and kind of think about like things I want to accomplish and things I'm excited about. The first thing is, this is my first time using my Frozen mug. I got this at Frozen on Broadway when it was touring here in Philadelphia earlier this year, and I hadn't used it because I have too many mugs. And I hadn't used it yet because I was kind of saving it for this winter. So that's like another thing. I feel like having special things for each season can kind of like romanticize the season for you, especially if it's a season you're not looking forward to. Like I have a really good friend who winters are really hard for her, for like a lot of people, but really hard for her because she likes to be outside, and like her family likes to be outside, and I think just like the seasonal depression and things like that, being in your house, like that can be really harder for some people than others. So we're always trying to think of ways to like romanticize the seasons, and like we'll have like movie marathon days. Anyways, this isn't what I was planning to talk about in this video. So if you'll remember, I did an autumn inspiration video a few months ago when that season was starting, and I broke it into 3 categories, like I don't know why I'm holding this up here the whole time. 3 categories where I would be talking about like winter style, like style inspiration generally, then like my bucket list or like activities, things I want to do or accomplish, or just like different outings and stuff that I want to do throughout the season. And then the 3rd category was like media, like books or movies, TV, music, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go in that same type of order, or in those same categories, but I'm going to do a different order this year. I'm actually going to start with this season. I'm going to start with the style category, which I have like a couple style things, and then one thing is like more like a beauty product, but I'm gonna drink some tea first. Ooh, this tea is really good. I think it's called Wake Up Winter from Trader Joe's. This was not like part of my video, but I'm really enjoying this. I got it last night. It's a black tea, so it has some caffeine, but then it has orange peel, cardamom, cinnamon, licorice, which I really like licorice, but I know not everybody does. And I feel like the licorice almost gives it kind of like I don't want to say numbing, because that doesn't exactly sound desirable, but I feel like if you weren't feeling good, this would feel really nice, and I really, really like it. So For the style category, when it comes to like this time of year, I always think of Mary Poppins, and I always think of Mary Poppins in general because it's my favorite Disney movie, and I just love the whole like aesthetic of it. I love the history of how it was made, and I love what it means to the Disney company, and I love the music, and I love the Sherman Brothers, which I'm wearing my Oswald and Sons Sherman Brothers t-shirt today. But yeah, this season makes me think of like winter Mary Poppins style for some reason. I guess it's like the hats and the scarves and the jackets and stuff. So I wanted to share a couple things I got. I actually got these a couple months ago. This was part of the Shop Disney 60th anniversary collection for Mary Poppins 60th anniversary. And I initially, like, if these didn't have anything to do with Mary Poppins, I probably wouldn't be a fan. I'm not really like a red girl, and I'm not really like a lace girl. I don't know. Basically, I don't want to say I didn't like these ears and I only got them because they're Mary Poppins, but I do feel like there aren't a lot of like great Mary Poppins like merch from Disney very often. And the more I looked at them, the more I liked them. Especially I really like the back because it makes me think of like Casey's Corner or like the Coca-Cola corner in Disneyland, and just kind of like Main Street vibes in general. And of course it's modeled after Mary Poppins' Jolly Holiday look. So I did get them, obviously, and I'm glad I got them. I haven't had a chance to wear them because I haven't gone on a Disney trip since I got them, but I think they're very cute, and they have the little penguin on them, and it is, because the design isn't something I would normally go for, I feel like it's like a good thing to add to my collection because I don't really have like a lot of red ears. Sorry, I'm looking at my ears over here. Yeah, so no buyer's regrets. I'm really happy with them. And the other thing I got were, I'd actually been looking for these on Converse's website. I was on like the notify me when these come back in stock list because they were out of stock for a while, but I had been waiting for these shoes to come back in stock, and a couple weeks ago I started a new job, and so a few months ago when I first saw these shoes, I was like, if I get that new job, I'm going to get them for myself. So I got the new job, but then the shoes were out of stock. So they just came back in stock recently, and they're just Converse high tops, but the fabric is kind of like, it just looks like Mary Poppins carpet bag to me, and I love that so much. I already love Converse high tops. Like, I feel like they're super versatile for different kinds of outfits, and I even wear them to the parks a lot too. So I actually haven't worn these yet, but I'm so happy I got them. And the sole is kind of like this, like off-white. It's not like stark white. And I just think they're really cute. And so obviously these aren't designed to be Mary Poppins, but it's a very like Disney adult thing to be like, if you know, you know kind of thing. And they just made me really think of Mary Poppins, and I was like, I have to have these. So those are my two like style items for this winter that I recently got. Oh, the other thing, this doesn't really fit into the style category exactly. It's more like a beauty product, or it is a beauty product. But I wanted to talk about this Trader Joe's Ultra Moisturizing Hand Cream made with coconut oil, hemp oil, and shea butter. I know this is really specific, but I've been using this for like a few years now. And I love it so much, especially this time of year when it is super, super dry here in Philly and just in general in the winter. I think it's so nice, and I didn't know this until recently, but people say it's kind of like the dupe for the L'Occitane hand cream, shea butter hand cream, and it's like, you can see it like holds its own shape. It's like very thick, but in a good way. Like, it still really sets into your skin, and it has like a really light scent. Like, even if you're this far away as you're putting it on, you can't smell it, so you can still like use it in public without bothering people. But the smell of it is really like nice and kind of like powdery and clean, which I like those types of scents. But this is $4.99 at Trader Joe's, and I get them all the time. I have one in my bedside table. I have one, well, I used to have one on my desk at work, but now I work from home. So I have one in my purse, I have one in the car. Like, I swear by it. And I initially started using it, when I first got it, I started using it as a foot cream, which even though it's a hand cream, I started using it as a foot cream. And now that's kind of like my routine. When I get out of the shower, I use this on my feet, and then I put like socks on, and I feel like it's really helpful. So yeah, it's $4.99, and I definitely recommend it. I haven't ever used the L'Occitane hand cream that it's supposed to be a dupe of, but I looked it up. I think it's like $30, which isn't a bad price either. It's not like astronomical, but $4.99 is better than $30. So I will keep using that as long as Trader Joe's carries it. So hopefully they never get rid of it. That's always the risk with Trader Joe's, right? So I'm gonna take these off. So the second category is like my winter bucket list is like things I want to do or go see, or like more so activities, not like physical items. So things this, sorry, Pepper's barking. I don't know if you can hear her. So regroup here, Megan. What are words? Words are hard. As you know, I really like crafting and baking and stuff. I have like my Maggie Mouse Made series on Instagram and TikTok for as long as TikTok exists still. And I've shared some of those kind of to YouTube as well. And a lot of times my Maggie Mouse Made is focused around like baking or cooking, mostly baking. So I did do, every year I like to do like some sort of gingerbread project. This year I did a gingerbread piano from the Eras Tour. Since the Eras Tour ended this December, her acoustic set piano that has like flowers on the front of it, I did a gingerbread of that. So that was kind of something on my winter bucket list that I've already accomplished, but I wanted to talk about it. And then on the other side of that, I do want to do a Maggie Mouse Made project this winter that doesn't involve baking. So like some sort of like painting or crafting or something like that. So you'll have to follow me on Instagram and TikTok if it still exists to see what I end up doing. I have an idea, but I'm like trying to source the products or like the supplies I need for it. So stay tuned for that. Another thing on my bucket list for winter is just to like go to a couple like local museums in Philadelphia and in the region that I haven't been to before. I kind of want to do like local cultural things. I am gonna get to go to an opera. The Opera Philadelphia Company is a really, really great opera company, and even though I didn't know anything about opera when I started going to the opera, I actually really like it. And so I'm going to one of their productions at the end of January. So I'm excited about that. And my last thing on my bucket list is a Disney cruise, and that's because we already know it is confirmed. We're going at the end of January, or like mid-January. We're going on the Disney Wish, and I have never been on a Disney cruise. Well, neither has Kyle. So it'll be Kyle and myself and my sister and brother-in-law, and we're going on the Disney Wish for a 4-night cruise. So we'll get to go to Castaway Cay, and I'm just really, 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 really excited about it. So I'm gonna do another video where I talk more about Disney cruise and like what we're excited about, kind of like a bucket list video for the trip specifically, but that's on my winter bucket list. And then our last category to chat about is media. So I kind of put like everything like TV, movies, books, music into this category. And I have to be honest, I wasn't coming up with a lot of things for this category when I first sat down to kind of make my outline. So like Disney wise, like Mufasa just came out yesterday, I think, the Mufasa movie. And I am like moderately interested in it just because like as like a millennial, I feel like Lion King means so much to us, and I love like the Lion King music thematically. And I'm interested to see like what the Lin-Manuel Miranda songs are like. So like I'll definitely eventually see it. It's just not something like I didn't run out to see it on opening day. And I'm actually thinking about on the cruise, they have like those little movie theaters, and so I'm thinking it might be a movie they show in there, but at the same time I don't know if I want to use some of my cruise time to watch a movie, so we'll see. At some point I'm going to see it, but and then other movies, I know that I think that the new Captain America movie comes out in February, so obviously I'm gonna go see that, but honestly I feel like I don't really hear that much about it, which is weird. And then as far as books, there is a book coming out called Let's Call Her Barbie, and I think it's like a fictionalized novelization about Ruth Handler, who created Barbie. You saw her portrayed in the Barbie movie by Rhea Perlman. So I think I'll probably read that. And I do want, if you can put in the comments any book recommendations of things I should read on the cruise. Generally, I just need like a good book to take with me. Generally, I like nonfiction, so I do like, you know, autobiographies, biographies, memoirs, those kinds of things, of like all sorts, not just like Disney related. And I also do like novels, like modern literature novels of like just like stories about people. I know that's really vague, but like not necessarily like fantasy or anything like that. Like Haruki Murakami is someone I really like, even though he does kind of make novels that aren't always based in reality, but that doesn't really help you as far as book recommendations go. But if you've read something that you really liked lately, put something in the comments and I'll check it out, because I'm trying to find a book that I want to take on the cruise with me. So I think that is it for my winter roundup inspiration. Let me know in the comments what you're excited about for this season, especially since winter is actually just now beginning. Yeah, I think if you don't love winter, if it's not your favorite season, or if it is hard for you for whatever reason, I would encourage you to try to like romanticize it a little bit for yourself, and I think that will really help. So yeah, I'll see you back again in the next video, and then also in like a spring roundup that I plan to do in a few months. And thanks so much for watching. I would be so appreciative if you should decide to subscribe, and if you would give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you real soon.